I am King of the Ocean and Atlantis. Good afternoon, my It's me, the media guy with another movie review. Okay, I'm not gonna do that underwater voice throughout the rest of the video because I can already tell that you guys are getting annoyed so fast. But anyways, if that wasn't like a giveaway, I'm gonna be sharing my thoughts on a DC movie that I haven't seen in a long time. And it is one of those DC films that I did see in theaters several years ago called Aquaman! Now, I assume that since most of you are like big DC fans, you pretty much know what this movie is about. But just in case you want to know what this is about, Aquaman reveals the origin story of half-human, half-Atlantean Arthur Curry and takes him on a journey to his lifetime to discover if he is worthy of who he was born to be, a king! And he also has to take down his brother and Black Mantis along the way, too. Now, like I said before, I remember seeing this for the first time in theaters like many years ago. I guess it was like 7 or 8 years ago. And I almost forgot all about this movie. So granted, this has been a very long time since I've seen this, so I guess, I'm not sure, this probably doesn't count as a revisit edition review, but I can honestly say that Aquaman is quite an enjoyable DC movie. I'm not like a big Aquaman fan. I mostly just grew up watching certain Batman-related things. But aside from that, this is a nice story. This does have a nice story with a beginning, middle, and end. Jason Momoa does a fantastic job playing the role of Aquaman. Which, I'm not gonna lie, that seems to be like a cool role for him. I do like the idea of diving into his origin story, as well as trying to see if he's worthy of being a king. And I gotta admit, the special effects are quite groundbreaking at times. And this almost reminds me of, like, well, it's hard to compare this movie with other ones. But I do know that it is quite fantastic, with so many excitements around each corner. And I do like some of the flashback scenes as we see. Like we start out as him as a little kid to a teenager. I guess he was sort of in training to become like the king of Atlantis, as well as being a superhero, which is totally understandable. Yeah, his trainer is like some kind of wisdom guy, played by Willem Dafoe. But I know that this isn't the first time I know him from. He was also in Beetlejuice, like 6 years later, playing a dead detective who was an actor. And yeah, I know that Arthur can be a bit of a bumbling buffoon at times. But hey, I guess you can't blame him, since I guess not every superhero has to be a genius. There's always bound to be that goofball once in a while. The filmmakers really did a good job with the movie, especially the special effects. Because we get to see we actually got a chance to see Arthur / Aquaman and Myra go to different locations around the world, like the Sahara Desert and Italy, for example, while trying to defeat Black Manta and his goons, as you see here. Now I gotta admit, Black Manta's design is quite amazing. I mean, he kind of looks like a space alien if he just came out of the water. Some of the action sequences are still amazing as well. Like Aquaman and Myra trying to battle Black Manta and his goons in Italy. And during the beginning of the movie, we even got a chance to see Aquaman save a bunch of sailors from a bunch of submarine pirates, who and which one of them would end up avenging his father's death and becoming Black Manta. I mean, if you guys have seen this movie already, you pretty much know what I'm talking about. Now, I know that maybe not every live-action DC movie has to be a complete masterpiece. Sometimes there's a few duds here and there, like the Suicide Squad, for example, Batman and Robin, and yes, even Superman 4: The Quest for Peace, which Nostalgia Critic and Minty Comedic Arts and the Schmeghead from Cinematic Excrements covered before on their channels, which I might leave links in the description down below, so you might hear their thoughts on the Suicide Squad, as well as them talking about Superman 4: The Quest for Peace and Batman and Robin, for example. Now, I know that Jason Momoa was also in the Minecraft movie 2 years earlier, which I've only seen trailers for, but I haven't actually watched it in general. I mean, the only time I knew about it was the whole chicken jockey meme, which is probably what the movie is famous for. But I'm getting off topic here. I still think Jason Momoa is a perfect choice to play Aquaman. Now, I'm not sure if Jason Momoa himself was, familiar with the character in general, or not, or this is just his first time knowing about the character. But whatever the case is, he managed to deliver a decent performance. And he did do his best with what he was given. I mean, it's not every day where you get to see, someone play a DC character. Now, I don't know what the cast and crew behind this movie are doing right now. Not sure if they're working on other movies or probably retired at this point. So you might have to let me know down in the comments below if the cast and crew behind the Aquaman movie are still doing a lot of movies and TV shows or retired. Now again, but there was a very awesome mid-credit scene where a couple of sailors found Black Manta unconscious. And and one of them asked Black Manta if this is Atlantean technology. In exchange, he asked them to know where to find Aquaman. Whew. I can already tell that it's setting up the sequel, which I'm not sure if it's already out now or still being made, so you guys should let me know if Aquaman 2 is being made right now or probably already out. Because if so, I might have to watch it at some point. Just wondering. So anyways, Aquaman is still a great underwater action movie. And again, even though I can't keep up with every DC character ever created, well, except for some recognizable ones like Batman and Superman, the Joker and Wonder Woman, and Harley Quinn and Lex Luthor and Aquaman, for example, I highly recommend checking out Aquaman if you haven't already. I'm sure you guys have like a DVD and Blu-ray copy of this movie. And I'm not sure if it's still streaming on HBO Max or not. So again, you guys will have to let me know down in the comments below. And if this video does well, perhaps I might do like a revisit edition review of this movie someday. Depending on what I'm doing. So I'll give this movie 5 man-eating sharks out of 5. Since it's still a great movie. So thank you guys so much for checking out my review of Aquaman! I still think this is one awesome movie no matter what. And Jason Momoa, if you're watching this, I think you did a fantastic job playing Aquaman in this movie. And again, I'm not sure if you had to study the character or not. But either way, you still did a good job being involved with this movie.